Hey there, Emo Over Easy listeners. I don't know if you knew about this, but ACOEP's spring conference is coming up the end of April. It is going to be April 28th through the 30th. At least that's when Emo Over Easy is there. There's a few days plus or minus on the other side. And we're going to be in Orlando, Florida. And for some reason, Andy had the bright idea to talk about Disney. Well, I kind of get it because we're staying at a Disney hotel and we're going to be right there. However, two of us here only know Disney a little bit, and two of us on this know Disney a lot. And so I'm going to hand it over to Andy to give us a great promo about the food, songs, and rides that he loves, John loves, and Tanner and I know very little about.
Well, Drew, I appreciate that setup. Again, this promo was not built around the fact that John and I know more about Disney, or really that John knows the most. I'm in a distant second place, and then there's goes a little bit before you and Tanner get there. So, John, let's actually start with you because you are by far the aficionado of Disney. What is your favorite food at Disney, and what gets you excited about being there in April to go eat?
Oh man, there are so many things. Yeah, everybody knows I'm a big Disney fan. So my favorite two things to eat, I'll just make it general for people. I love going to Epcot during the festivals and going around to the different food stands and trying random new things. There's always amazing bites there. And my second favorite place to eat is actually at Disney Springs, which you don't even need tickets to go to. The food trucks that they have there always have
Mm.
something just super cool. It's a great place to take your family if you don't want to show up for tickets and you're just looking for somewhere fun to be. Those
Yeah,
are my
it's
like favorite
it's fun
eats.
that John mentions the festivals at Epcot. In fact, my kids actively when we go to Epcot, it is let's go try something so we can text John and Kim to avoid it or to love it next time they come into town. But if you're going to go to
Yeah,
Epcot,
and
you
I
have to go.
appreciate the scouting.
Yes, my kids are all about the scouting. But if you're in town, if you're coming and you're going to Epcot, you have to go to whatever stand Canada has. There will be a version of their filet mignon in that stand, whether it's a little one with some cheese soup or a little one with some potatoes. So you got to go try that. And as John mentioned, Disney Springs has got
Always good.
basically all the cool stuff, but the food trucks they have there, they have a taco food truck that is my go-to. We don't want to go into a park, but want to go eat. We go get tacos from the taco food truck at Disney Springs. So, John, both amazing takes. Anything for Tanner and Drew to add
Drew has
before
a
we
look.
move on?
I'm just really curious as to how filet mignon became the food of Canada, right? Like of all of the things that I associate with Canadian food, filet mignon is not anywhere near the top of my list. Like they had
They
poutine
have a
samplers,
steakhouse.
or like, do
I'll
we just
I'll
not
ask my
know what
wife about that.
Canadians do?
They eat filet mignon.
Yeah, according to Epcot, they eat filet mignon, poutine, and apple cider beer. Like those are the three things that Canadians do, according to Epcot. So,
Well, they got one of the three, right?
yeah.
I will say for me, in terms of Disney and food, also I'm going to triple down on that Epcot recommendation. For me, someone who doesn't like rides or any of the other kind of things that most people go to Disney for, um, Epcot is an experience that is so much fun. Eating around the world is a day event. It's fantastic. I could spend an entire day just walking around the world there and trying all the different stuff. So highly recommend it. And if you have a chance, go to Food and Wine Festival because apparently that's amazing.
I have never been to Epcot, so I hope that when we are in Orlando the end of April, I get taken to Epcot by these Epcot experts. Although I was at, never mind, I don't know. That's it.
That's okay.
Epcot
We'll get you some
experts,
filet Canadian
Epcotians.
filet mignon.
Yeah.
Wait, are we Epcotians? Epcotnicians?
Epcot. Yeah,
Epcotarians?
Epcot.
Man, you got to let me know when I'm on camera.
John is quoting Guardians of the Galaxy. I cannot wait to ride that with the four of us. And there will be an Epcot party with us there, I promise. When we go
You
to
have to
ACP.
drag me onto that.
Yeah. It's not a roller coaster. It's an experience. That's what I'll tell you. Don't view it as a roller coaster. It's an experience.
Okay.
So
There are
I might have to
dinosaurs in
trust
it.
you because the last time I trusted John, he took me on a truly roller coaster that terrified me.
With
Terrified
with
you?
with
Or
Terrified me
dinosaurs.
because
It,
I can't even think about it right now. Just ugh.
yeah. All right.
I've
So let's
lost to rock his world.
yeah. So let's talk about rides. So that was a great segue, Tanner. Did not ask you to do that. So John, if you're at Disney and you're going to go ride something, what is the one thing you would tell people who are new to Disney or maybe haven't been in a while they should go try?
Well, if they like thrill rides, Guardians of the Galaxy is not to be missed. If
Yeah.
you like nostalgia, you need to ride the train at Magic Kingdom.
Hmm. Yeah, that was recently redone. It was out of commission for almost 4.5 years, and they reopened it last fall. And it's actually one of my favorite ways to get around the park. So I totally agree with you. But if you're going to go for a ride, I've fallen in love with the Mine Train, which is a Snow White ride just behind the castle. It usually has a long line, but it's well worth it. It's a very smooth roller coaster. It takes you through one of my all-time favorite movies as a kid, which was Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. And I know Drew has a ride at Magic Kingdom that he thought was cool, has recently reread it with his kids, and now gives a 0 stars recommendation.
My gosh.
Oh,
Okay,
come
so
on.
as a kid growing up, I did not go to Disney World. I went to Disneyland, and I loved Pirates of the Caribbean. Now, let me tell you, 30 years plus later, it did not age well, and my kids were not amused. And to be honest, neither was I. Of all things they could have gotten rid of, that was the ride to get rid of. Not what's the water slide one that they're getting rid of now?
Splash Mountain. Yeah.
They
It's gone.
of all the things to get rid of, they should not have gotten rid of Splash Mountain. That one is fantastic. It was great as a kid, and it was great to do with my 5-year-old a year ago when we were there. But Pirates of the Caribbean, big thumbs down from Drew.
Well, the good news is the water ride is still going to be there. It's just going to be magically transformed. Hey, here's a quick one, though. If you want to ride a ride that's shorter than its name, ride Tron.
That is very true. I have to. I'm going to go with John. As cool as I love the Tron movies growing up, both the first one from the '80s and the redo in the 2000s, I had a lot more expected on that ride, and then I stood in line for 5 hours to get in on it, and then 27 seconds later, I was done, and I was like, "What did I just do with myself?" I feel like that was
Tron
a
is
big
the current.
letdown.
Yeah, Tron is the current emergency department of Disney. It's a 4-hour wait for what's really a 1-minute experience.
Oh, that
In
hits too
terms
deep,
of
John.
in terms of my view, someone who doesn't enjoy rides, they terrify me. Roller coaster is not going to happen. But John actually has been very good at helping me find rides that I would enjoy. And he calls those experience rides. And I highly recommend those in general. You can probably find and Google a lot about that. But my personal recommendation would be to go away from Disney and go over to Universal Studios, because there they have fantastic experience rides between Transformers and Harry Potter. Unbelievable. For someone who doesn't like rides, I absolutely loved them, and it was so much fun.
I actually find Hogwarts Express to be one of the coolest experiences out there.
Oh, so amazing.
Yeah, hands down.
Andy,
Very,
I'm really
very good.
excited to get these two guys on the Ratatouille.
Oh, I'm as well. Like they're between that and then some of the other ones that they've put together. I think we're going to sway you guys back towards the Disney pendulum.
But if
before the
not,
end
I'll
of
go with you to
conference.
Universal.
Yeah.
I have no shame. I love Universal as well.
Yeah, and there are, and if we can go back and talk about food for a second. There are a few things better than a cold, icy butterbeer, either in Diagon Alley or at the Three Broomsticks. So
Give me
either way.
butterbeer all day long.
True.
Yeah,
Mm.
either way, you're good. So let's
Well,
close out. Oh, go for it.
We got to close this out. This is
Yeah.
Well, if you
Drew-
can't tell, the four of us are really excited to be at ACOEP Spring Seminar in Orlando, Florida, April 27th through May 1st. We hope to see you there for some EM Over Easy live events, individual lectures, and just a good old magical time.